It's the Drizzy Morgan Show.
Tell me from that time.
Yeah.
You knew him.
Yes.
You're in the mix.
Yep.
Look, let's not front. East London is the birthplace of grime. But before it was garage. Was you an MC? Was you an MC on garage before you converted?
Yeah. Definitely.
Under the same name.
Okay, so when I first started MCing, I was called Hyper MC. So that was it. So that was the name. That's the first kind of name I came with.
Yeah.
I used to. Do you know what it is? Gosh, so you've gone to garage. It's
Yeah.
like when I was younger, Raven was like the Basher and that. Jungle. I'm from the jungle era.
Same.
I started MCing on jungle first.
Same.
You understand?
Same.
So it was jungle.
Yeah.
You know, you go around your brethren's yard and someone's got the decks.
Yeah.
The taping. And
Yeah.
recording. Everyone's, it's like, you know, it's like training.
Yeah, of course. That's it. Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Me and a couple of my friends, would do that. But one thing about me, which you might not know, and I tell people this a lot now, is when I was younger, I was very shy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Reserved.
I had a lot of ability, but I was shy in terms of, maybe reserved is a better word.
Yeah.
You know?
But that makes sense though, because a lot of MCs, artists say they were shy and introverts growing up.
Yes.
But once they found that avenue, that outlet to express themselves, they were flying.
Yeah.
So that lines up, man. Yeah.
So that was me. So I used to try and rap and MC and do this and that. And I used to hear people on radio. I'm thinking, I can do that.
Yeah. Them ones.
I wouldn't say it with chest. You
Right.
I can do that. I think I can do that.
Yeah.
And then a few of the guys said, you know what? There's a brother we need to hook you up with. Yeah, because like he's doing things and that was Terror Danjah.
Hey.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Yeah.
So he was your first connection.
That's crazy.
Without him, you wouldn't know Hyper.
How many stories are there about that though?
No, I'm telling
Like
you.
Terror.
I'm being so real.
Yeah.
Because when I met him, I remember him saying to me, oh, do you know what? I've got someone in my camp. I've got a camp called Reckless Crew.
Right. Right.
And he said, I want you to be in my camp.
Right.
You're hard. I've heard you spit.
Yeah.
Talking about you on the ends. Like, you know, I heard about you in this house party and whatnot.
So you're making waves?
Yeah. Just in the ends.
Yeah.
And he said to me, you're going to come in my crew. You know, Reckless Crew. I'm a DJ, boom. But I've got someone that I think you're going to get on with. I need to introduce you to him. Okay, cool. So I left my yard, walked from mine. I used to live near Atherton Swimming Baths, those who know.
Okay.
And I walked down the Romford Road, got to where the Barclays Bank is. And we're near what they called, it used to be called Princess Alice. This place is called something else now. Across the road was Barclays Bank, still is there. So we're waiting on the road. A guy comes and he's introduced me. He said, Hyper. This is DEE. It's Hyper. But he was called MCD then.
Right.
I mean,
right.
MCD.
It was MCD. And I was Hyper. He was on the drum and bass team.
Early. I'd listened to him on radio and I thought, I like him.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So
So
history.
So Terror Danjah, DEE.
Yep.
Mad.
Reckless Crew.
That's it. We also had he was called at the time Lethal MC,
right?
Now known as Triple Threat.
Do you know? I bucked him the other day on a normal one. Do you know he was Triple Threat? People don't really know. People don't really know.
Listen. Before even that name, let's go back. I mean, he obviously changed the name because I believe Lethal B was sort of projecting. So
right.
He must have thought, you know what, let me come from
of course. You want to start, you want to be an individual.
Lethal.
Really?
Lethal MC on Jungle.
Yeah. Crazy.
Cold. In Reckless Crew,
yeah.
The two I really liked was, it's three to be honest. DEE.
Yeah.
Lethal, who's now Triple, and Bruiser.
Get me.
Yeah. So they were all, we were all one camp.
Right. So,
early days.
So you was,
Reckless.
That was Reckless.
That's Reckless.
Nah. See?
Yeah.
There was more. I
Nah.
can't remember all the names. I do apologize.
But those are official.
Yeah, the ones who everyone kind of knows. Yeah.
Which makes sense because when I heard Bruiser, it was because of Terror.
Exactly. Yeah.
When he had when it was Channel U days.
Yeah.
And Terror was outside with it.
Yeah.
Cold with it.
Yeah.
Bruiser was making noise.
What?
Brother, how did we link up? Because I'm old, bro. I don't.
Listen,
do you know them ones there? Like we've known each other for eons.
Yeah,
but it's like
I don't.
One of them ones.
Put him on the spot. I can't remember the first time.
Heat FM.
It could be Heat.
Heat FM Tottenham.
I just remember because you was Marvel.
Yeah, we was Marvel.
Yes, Marvel. Because you got the Marvel.
Yeah, we was the Marvel. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
It was the days where everybody. You were individual. It was the days where you have to be in a crew.
Yes.
To get anywhere.
That's right.
Crews.
That's right. Yeah.
That's just the way it was. So I remember at the time there was like Lucasade crew. It was like Bandama. There was a couple other crews, but what happened was there was another crew called Marvel, right?
That's right.
We were like, nah, like. That's not the same. We're not the same. So we kind of started to go, okay, we're going to start using names Iron Man, Iceman, and I was Doom.
Man.
Right.
Come on.
And that's...
Yo, he's got a film coming out in the year.
So I think it was actually, I think it probably was around that time. Heat FM, flipping heck, who's Otis,
Obi and them.
Obi, Chris.
Come on.
Shout out to Chris.
I'm in contact with Chris, man.
I speak to Chris. Yeah, Chris is doing his thing.
Yeah.
He's managing Kenny.
That's right.
Kenny All-Star.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
He's my brethren, Dwayne and Chris.
Bona fide. So I think there was, you know what it was like back in the day, Pirate Station, linking up.
Yeah.
Man, them just crossing paths.
That's right.
And that was it. Right. And I think we tried to even do music together. We did.
Yeah.
We did try to make something happen.
Yeah. I remember coming to the studio and whatnot. You know, I think when I first met you guys, yourself, I think the first thing that stood out for me was, these guys, they've got this rapping ability. You understand?
Yeah.
Because, you know, it was like, the garage and whatnot. But I could hear the rapping ability.
Yeah.
And I'm into hip hop. I'm into rap.
Same.
People used to say, in the early days, oh, you sound like a rapper.
Yeah, you do.
And I think that's why we connected.
Yeah, you do.
You recognize that in me. I recognize that.
Yeah. Because when I first heard you, you had bars. Like it wasn't just simple.
Yeah.
Because obviously at the time, garage was morphing over to grime, where you had your soul solids that started to get more lyrical, and you had the Wileys and the Dizzies and that. So the transition was that part where you needed to have a little bit more vocabulary in your rhymes.
Yes.
So when I heard you already had that, and I was like, the voice, the presence, everything else, and you just connect that way. Same with double, man. Same with
100%.
Same with triple. Yeah. Triple is this, bro. Triple's the same, bro. Yeah. And you know, like,
I think he's very underrated, man.
Yeah.
Top tier.
Yeah.
You know?
There's always with MCs. It's the same with producers. It's the same with cameramen, I suppose, and people who's in certain fraternities. Yeah. There's a link up and there's an admiration. That if you can do it at a level, you're respected, and I think that's just how it went. Yeah. Which is crazy, man. So tell me, at what point did you go? Okay, cool. I'm gonna take the mantle. I'm gonna be a part of this Reckless Crew thing, and I'm gonna move on, step up my game. When was that?
Okay. So when we were Reckless Crew, we used to go. I'm trying to remember. I think it was Flavor FM.
Right. So that was a local pirate.
Yes, I can't remember where it was, to be honest, but I believe it was still East, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And when we went on Flavor, we were making some headway, you know, and it was like that was my first sort of experience on radio.
Okay.
So I think because the way I was spitting, and at that time I'd gained a little bit of confidence because Terror had given me that confidence.
Right. Yeah.
So people thought like I'd been on radio before, but this was new to me. I was like,
new.
You know what I mean?
Having bars and
you know,
remembering.
And the thing is, having someone as so I always say that D Double was my first MCing partner because me and him just gelled from the minute we met. Right, that was it.
Right,
you know, and he used to phone man. And he would just run a new lyric. So a lot of his top lyrics now, I remember when he first made them. And he's spitting them and just trying them out on me. And I'm like, and he made me laugh. And then I would just come back. My thing was, when I first started MCing, I remember I wanted to be comical.
Right.
Hence why, okay, you know, I mean, I'm jumping a bit now. Getting to grime, it's violent and all that.
Yeah.
Testosterone and
Yeah.
But when I first started MCing as hyper MC,
right,
I wanted to make people laugh.
Cool. You wanted to be charismatic.
That's what it was. But then it was. I think I must have gone to a rave. It might have been Hackney. Could have been Palace Pavilion.
Them ones. Come on.
But
come on.
I remember standing there. You know, you're watching Cruise, and I'm into lyrics.
Yes.
I like hip hop.
Same.
Yeah. So there was someone on stage. Can't remember who it was. Spitting and like you know, if you hear someone that's lyrical, it just catches you.
Yeah. Of course.
Your attention's gone.
Yeah. But when they're in the pocket.
When you're watching,
when they're in the pocket.
And I'm watching a crowd, and like nothing's going on. People just talking, like, you know, you think. Man's on stage spitting. I'm listening. I'm taking in what man's saying, and like just talking, getting drinks, chatting to girls. No vibe.
Right.
I'm thinking, am I the only one?
Yeah.
I think it must be other people who are lyrical would have caught what he was doing. And then someone else has come, took the mic, the most greasy, violent crowd gone mad.
Right. Right.
That's what they want.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay. So you tapped in then from that point.
And I'm thinking, you know, back then, you know, when they say like people are spitting a lot of what they don't do and whatnot.
Right.
Which I understand. Listen, I'm not knocking anyone for that.
Yeah. I do.
I'm just thinking
but
like, how? Is this what they want? Like, I know about all that.
Yeah.
That's light work. Okay. So then I just switched. I flipped to switch. And I thought,
I've been punching up man in the ends.
Crazy. I'm this crazy African. Like, what?
Already streets.
I was one of them, man, you couldn't even joke with me. I couldn't even take a joke. You know the ones. You know when like at school you got the joker and so I was like, do silly things and blah, blah. Like I weren't that guy.
Yeah.
Did something and upset me, I had to punch you in the mouth. Straight.
Yeah, you're straight.
Like,
Of course, come on.
You know? Like one of my brothers, good friend of mine, big up Serge. He's always said to me, like, he said, you know, I've discovered what your issue is, bro. He said, like,
what's that?
He said, like, you know, like as humans, we're all like lights. Yeah. And like, you know, you've got a dimmer switch. He said, you've got no dimmer switch, bro.
Yeah.
Said,
You're always on
or off.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's your style.
That's what it is.
That's his name, Hitman Hyper.
Yeah, bro.
You can't be Hitman Hyper and have a middle switch.
Yeah. Yeah, lick down guys on the booth, bro.
Crazy.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So that's where you made that transition to be.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, I'm gonna have to start wiling out.
Right.
Listen, do you know what I mean? Yeah, like because this is what's getting the bookings. Like, you know, so okay, I want to get booked.
Right.
I'll show them like I can be
the shag talk and the shag grinning, bro.
Yeah,
it's mad. You know what I'm saying?
Jiggy body.
Reckless crew.
Yes.
You're building up your wave.
That's it.
You made that transition. So when did you change to then Hitman? When was that? Was that that point or
no, I'm still hyper MC to be honest. Because even then it was because Reckless Crew was still Jungle, so it was on Jungle. And then obviously Garage started coming out. And I remember me and D-Double were like, I'm not really feeling the Garage thing, you know? Like, it's a bit soft. And
yeah, it was.
Yeah. I started to rave to and the girls.
Of course.
And whatnot, but
Coliseum days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We weren't sure that we were going to do it. But then I think we decided to make the transition. And on Flavour, I think who would I say the top crew was? The top crew was Nasty Crew.